With JR leaving the promotion in 1993, they said, I could do this now. This is AI Buddy Landell, and you're about to listen to Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast. This show is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Don't be a dumbass and get offended by anything on this show. And if you do get offended, that's a you problem. Before I throw it to the fellas for another banger of an episode, shout out to all the BTT patrons, including the largest Patreon contributors of the show, Disrespectfully Classy, Mark E. Blassie, Mike Childry, Joe Ice, Good Old Justin, and Mike H. Now, enjoy this Outlaw Mud Show podcast, and remember, if it don't snow, it don't go.
Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Booking the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is the one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast, where today we are covering WCW Saturday Night on TBS from March the 27th of 1993. As always, if you're listening to this on YouTube, please hit the sub button and subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on the video. And lastly, make sure you type a bunch of comments, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't care. Just type a bunch of them with what you liked or didn't like about the episode. It helps the channel grow. Everybody out there posting comments on the YouTube episodes, thank you very much. And if you're not, please start. Doc, let me welcome you in. We just did another pre-show. You can listen to it on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can tell that Harper's in another mood tonight, so this ought to be good. He was actually on time, everybody, so you know he's got to have something to say worthwhile. Harper, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you?
Oh, we're doing
Thanks,
good.
Mac.
In fact, yeah, thanks, fellas.
Thanks, man.
So Mike and I have a little story here to tell everyone. Recently, Mike and I actually saw each other in person.
Okay, keep going. That's
Well,
not a story in itself.
I thought it was a conversation. So somebody go, "Oh, really? Please say more."
Yeah,
So
say
what-
more.
really?
There you go.
Okay.
At work?
No, we actually saw each other on the field of battle.
Oh.
No, we
I don't know what that means, but okay.
we actually were at the same high school football game.
Oh.
It turns out that, Mike's got a daughter that does, a little bit for the game, for the school, and they were playing a team, and a bunch of people that, like my kids, friends, and all that wanted to go, and they're not old enough to drive, so the parents are like, we'll just go. It's at the old Rangers Stadium.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it?
Oh.
No, it's not. I hate going to that place for football games.
So let's get
You
to
know how
that.
Harper gets triggered when you tell him
Yeah.
that atheists don't celebrate Christmas? That's my feelings whenever I gotta go to a football game at that place.
So, it's a little weird because they've turned the field inside to go from the third base line to the right field line, which isn't terrible because at a high school game, there's not people sitting in the end zones anyway.
The third baseline. Okay.
Yeah, but it's weird because there's the right field home run porch sitting up there at the end of one of the goal lines, right?
Right.
So it's a little weird. And I mean, that's where we watched baseball for many years. So, I mean, that's a little odd. They've put some stands on the field, kind of, for the other side. The
Yeah,
one
so they pull
side,
out to the sideline.
yeah, so they come up to the sideline, so it's not like the old football stadium. So like one side is the first base side and the dugout, and then the other side is this new riser they built. Now there wasn't a ton of people at this game that we went to, but we did think that there was more than that show up to the XFL games. That's right, Mike.
I mean, to me, it certainly looks like it, especially for the home side. I mean, when you go to the visitor side and you look at the home side, it might not look packed when you're sitting there because it's not really packed. I'm sure they had seats open, obviously, but you got to remember you're also in a big old MLB stadium, so it's not like sitting in a traditional high school football stadium. I mean, there was a lot of people over there.
So I went over and paid my respects. Saw Sasha for the first time in several years. And my daughter went with, and got to meet Mike because the last time she saw Mike, she was a baby. She doesn't remember it.
She was like 2 or 3 at the time, huh?
I think she was less than that.
No, I think she was 2.
So
I think she was 2.
Okay. So that's not what we're here to talk about. Harper, you've had a recent run of getting upset because the entire world is for sale.
It is for sale.
Well, we have another example for you on what's for sale at high school football. Would
What's
you care
that?
to take a guess?
Concessions, right?
Bro.
Thank you. So whenever my
Bruh.
family goes anywhere, they like to buy a little bit of everything.
Man.
And let's just say that if you go to a normal high school game, I went to my kid's 7th grade game last night. They had a concession stand running. You get a Coke for like $2 or something. It's you're paying a premium, but it's not like
Right.
right.
I mean, they got to make money.
Right. Do you know how much? Let's say this. How much do you think a 20-ounce Coke was
At that stadium?
at the concession stand at a high school football game held in an old baseball stadium?
Oh, God. How much was it, like $10?
No, it was $6.50.
Okay, what kind of was it? Like
a 20-ounce Coke.
Oh my God!
That they took out and handed me
Out the fucking back here.
Yeah.
Here. I hope you got the winning cap for the Six Flag tickets.
I did.
Fuck out of here. Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
Then I'm there with my daughter, who that's not enough sugar for her. Also wanted some cotton candy.
That's $6.
It was also $6.50. Yeah. Then
so that's $13 right there for Coke and a fucking cotton candy.
Oh, just wait. He was hot. Just
then
wait.
There's tax, I guess. And they ask you if you want a tip.
Oh, God. I'll give you a tip.
Whoa.
Slow down. Slow down, Playboy.
So I get back over to my seat thinking, God almighty, I got to get out of here. Because, hey, I saw the Menace. We talked. We had fun. We were talking about life and just, I asked my daughter to ask Sasha what Harper was really like in person. Because my daughter's fascinated with Harper because we you live somewhere else. I swear I've told her 10 times that you live in New Orleans. He lives in New Orleans? So what was funny was Sasha said, well, it's not really Harper, it's Lady Harper. That's the real fun. Mm-hmm. So you might want to keep an eye out on that the next time they come to your town.
All right, is that it? I thought you were going to finish telling how much you paid for that one trip to the concession.
Because did your son go? Because he probably wanted a Coke and shit too.
Well, by the time I get back from,
I love Harper. He's concerned about Latrell.
Well,
He's going to make sure.
No, because I
Latrell got his refreshment
there
stuff too.
More than one child.
Right. So you can't come back empty-handed.
Right. Hey, where's my Coke?
Well, see, that's where you should be worried about me. Because by the time I got back, he was gone to the to the concession stand with the credit card.
Oh, no.
Right. Oh, no, indeed. This child.
Slap dick.
Right. Gotta be careful here. Came back with a hot dog.
Uh-oh.
Nachos.
That's about $13.
Some sort of Sour Patch somethings.
That's probably $4.
A drink.
$6.25.
And something else. I can't remember, but. And at that point, it was a little warm in there, wasn't it, Mike? A little warm. It wasn't too bad, but it was warm.
Yeah, because there's the way. I mean, it's a baseball stadium. There's no like through way that the wind can like come through, especially when you're sitting low, like you're, because everything's on a lower level. It gets warm in there.
So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I find a water fountain.
It was turned off, right?
Some of them were, but not all of them. And I was just kind of walking around or whatever, and I come back, and Mrs. Doc's been to the concessions and bought a water. Just a bottle of water.
$4.
Water. How much?
Probably. I don't know if it was $4.
$5.
I think it was $4 or $5 when I just got back from the water fountain. I told Mike, and he can verify this, that I think I'm going to pull a rib on him and die. See what they do next, since I'm the money bags.
So what was the final damage?
Look, you don't always have to get the answers to those questions. That's how you have a stroke.
No, he spent close to $50 just on concessions. Easily.
Now, here's the good and bad part. The good part is that it's cheap to go. It probably cost us $20
for all of y'all.
Yeah, with some.
Bro, this is like a movie theater. Oh, it's only when you get in there, it's like $75 for candy.
And if you're willing to walk 2 blocks, which let's be clear, I am. Parking was free.
Well, that's not bad. It's only 2 blocks.
They got it. It's more than 2 blocks because to go to the side I was sitting on, it was a lot more than 2 blocks. But the thing I hate about that place is there's always traffic down there because it's a very busy area. One, the 2 other stadiums are right there next to it. An MLB and NFL stadium. There's always something at one of those things, if not both. So they have to make free parking for the high school games because nobody would show up if the parking wasn't free. Nobody. I'm confirmed. I'm convinced of that. But the problem is, like Doc said, buying the tickets to the game is nothing. Mm-hmm. When you get in there, dude, the prices are more than double what they're at a normal high school stadium. Like if you just go to high school stadiums that I usually go to every Friday night, a soda is like $2, not $6.50. Right. A popcorn, nachos is not $10. It's like $4. So like every
price to rent that building out.
Bro, I don't even think it's that because the school district manages that now. I don't know let me say this. Somebody's getting soaked out of money because I think I think the city was like,
can I unite the nation here? I'm getting ready to say something that if you're on the left side of the aisle or the right side of the aisle, if you're young, you're old, you're man, you're woman, you're they, they're it, whatever it is, I think everybody can get on board with what I'm about to say. To me, if you're supporting that ISD in the same city limits that Jerry Jones has used taxpayer money to build his stadium, he ought to have to upgrade to a certain level defined by the community. Every ISD football field, junior high and high school, to a certain standard for taking money out of the community.
That ain't gonna happen.
But everybody knows it should. Hell, Jerry ought to be there at the concession stand.
Bro, it's they soak people out of so much money in that place, Harper. It is ridiculous.
I mean, let me ask you this: why didn't y'all just sneak some shit in there?
Well, that's
like in the theater.
Well, I actually did.
But you're also being wanded in.
No, yeah, but that's just they're looking for.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, I mean,
they're not gonna. They don't pat you down. Like I ain't gonna lie. I had a bag of chips in one pocket.
That's what I'm saying. If your kid's got a fucking pack of M&Ms in his pocket, they're not gonna find that.
Yeah, they won't. Yeah, they're not looking for that. You do walk through a metal detector.
My family likes to have the experience of going to the concession stand.
Oh, fuck that. Well, you know what your project's going to be this weekend? You're going to build one in the fucking backyard and put some like candy in there from the fucking dollar stores in here. Like fucking Lucy on the psychiatrist deal on fucking in the Snoopy cartoons.
I like it. Well, at least Mike and I got to hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
How was the stadium? Is it just all, falling apart? Or
it's not in the same standard that it would be if they were playing Major League Baseball games there, but there's not like, things are falling off the balcony or anything.
Nah, that shit's well taken care of, man.
Yeah, it's fine. It's hard to tell because it's not as full and it's dark on some places because things aren't open. Because they don't need to open up concession stands on the end zones because there ain't nobody there.
Right. Because like the Oakland Coliseum, right? I saw like on TikTok videos where they show what it looks like inside that stadium and what the bathrooms look like. I mean, they still got the fucking troughs.
Oh yeah,
they got the troughs, and they still. I mean, it looked like no one gave a fuck 10 years ago.
I went to Texas Stadium the last year they were there. There was like standing water everywhere.
Yeah, bro.
That stadium was.
And then he snuck on to a section that's been closed off, and there's still like Bud Light, Raider Nation. There's still Raider shit everywhere, and it looked kind of fucking eerie that there is still a baseball team playing there.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Right. Yeah, not anymore.
Well, Mike, do you have anything you want to shout out, or can we talk about wrestling?
That's the worst part.
I hate going to that stadium. I hate dealing with the traffic going that way. I can't stand. My wife came back with 2 drinks, which I was getting thirsty. So I was like, she's like, I'm going. I was like, okay, get me a drink. She came back with 2 sodas and what else did she have? Was it a popcorn? I thought she might have grabbed something else.
You spent $25 or 22.
Yeah, she spent close to 20 with what she got, and she was like, I wanted nachos, but there's no way I was spending $10 on nachos.
And they're probably just some shit nachos.
Dude, they're round tortilla chips with that orange yellow.
Yeah, that fucking processed, fucking probably recyclable fake cheese shit.
Yeah, that's in your Casper mattress.
Right. Oh God.
You mean Helix?
Yeah, whatever.
Hypoallergenic, so you could do promo code with circle.
That's
When
it.
was that stadium last used by the Rangers?
4 years ago,
4 or
Doc?
5 years. 5 years ago, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
And nothing's been going over there since, huh?
No, they've been
They have
no.
concerts.
They've been playing
High
high
school.
school football in that stadium for years now. Ever since the Rangers stopped using it, they started using it for high school football. Plus, the Renegades from the XFL, now UFL, use it.
They do concerts.
And that's what Doc was saying.
There's like I think some lower level soccer leagues that play there.
Okay.
It's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
didn't have a problem going there, other than it was like, stop trying to take all my money. I'm trying to support the community.
Amen.
And I like sitting at a normal high school football stadium. That shit's fun too.
Yeah, for real, huh?
All right. Well, on that note, let's get into Saturday Night on TBS from March 27th of 1993. This week's episode was taped March 23rd of 1993. It's the first half of the taping from that day. The show intro, I'm just going to play it, Harper. You got to see this. You got to see it. I can't, if I talk through it, it's not going to do it justice. Here it is.
Sorry, gotta go. The Heavy Metal Hog and I have to get to WCW Saturday Night.
The Heavy Metal Hog and I have to get to WCW Saturday Night.
Was that Van Hammer?
That was Van Hammer.
So we've got a guy that is a guitar player, heavy metal, that rides motorcycles now as his gimmick.
You think that was his real bike?
Sure.
I'm going to say no, but I don't. Who knows? I'm sure he's getting paid well to do nothing and not be over.
There's that.
As Bobby Blaze said, that big bastard smoked Virginia Slims 120s or whatever.
Why not?
Bobby, thank you for that story. That's great. All right. Tony Schiavone and Jesse welcome us in the center stage for tonight's festivities. We go to the first match, which is Marcus Bagwell and Too Cold Scorpio versus Rip Rogers and Nature Boy Paul Lee from Smoky Mountain Wrestling fame. Not Paul Lee, Paul Lee with an L. Bagwell and Scorpio come out, tons of fanfare. There's another whoop, there it is chant. This goes on forever. It feels like a 93. And there's several brothers in the crowd with signs and they dancing the whole time. I mean, the people are having a blast. I will say that on Saturday night this week. Doc, there's several timestamps, but I'll go to you before I get into my first one at 3:30.
336.
All right, so we probably got the same one.
I said this is some ECW shit.
Scorpio goes airborne and flies to the outside using Bagwell as a springboard. That was sweet. He jumps right off of Bagwell. Look great.
Yep.
I got another one at 5:15.
I don't. So I know we're all like, why does Paul Lee have to be the Nature Boy? Obviously, we've talked about Boudreaux. Jesse says he looks like a young, slim Buddy Rose.
I mean, I could see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Buddy, I mean, at least the Buddy Rose I remember, he was on the plump side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could see it. But as you know, I mean, he basically did his entire gimmick after Ric Flair.
Haven't we all?
I don't know. I haven't. All right. So we go to the next timestamp. Bagwell's going to take flight to the outside, and he takes out Lee and Rogers. Here that comes. They're outside pushing each other, and then Bagwell cross bodies both of them. Doc, any other thoughts before I go to the finish?
Ron Simmons is back this week.
Boy, you want to talk about somebody they've neutered during this era.
Yeah. This was a good match. I liked it. We're getting Bagwell and Scorpio over. Rip figured out how to not eat the pin.
Yeah. Well, the finish, Bagwell with a pump handle slam, and then Scorpio hits that, flip off the top rope for the win and pins Lee. Crowd was loud into this. They love these two as a tag team. At least in center stage, they do.
Yeah.
And then we get to see their dance moves after.
718. What is right here? What is Bagwell got going on?
I don't know. Scorpio stepping, and then he points to Bagwell, and they start sliding. And
go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Right.
That one's for the ladies.
From Bagwell. Mark is dick about this big. Remember when he said that? Oh, God. I know who Bagwell think he is. His dick about this big. Oh, boy. All right. Well, we go to a promo from them after their match. Let's go to that right now. Here that is. They are ringside.
Tony, take it away.
All right, Jesse, thank you very much. You talking about red hot in tag team action. Yes, the World Tag Team Champions are with us this week, but they have to be looking closely at these two gentlemen. You look red hot.
That's right, Tony Schiavone. We are red hot. And I must say, we're definitely one of the up-and-coming tag teams in World Championship Wrestling today. Rookie of the Year, that's in the past. Let me tell you a little bit about the future. Two Cold Scorpio and Marcus Alexander Bagwell. And we're coming after you, Flying Brian, and Sonny Steve Austin. All right. Marcus, you're right. You ain't no rookie no more, baby. So let me tell you something. For all those out there who want to come and test us, come on with it, baby, because we all fired up, and we had to do one thing. Hey, step to me.
All right. Bagwell and Too Cold, and we'll be back on Saturday night right after this timeout.
Who'd you laugh at, Harper?
He didn't know how to... Marcus Bagwell didn't really know how to hand it off to him, to Scorpio.
Yeah, that wasn't the best promo I've ever heard.
Yeah,
nah, not at all. Well, they do challenge Pillman and Austin or call them out. We come back from commercial, and Tony and Jesse welcome us back in. Tony mentions Jesse being going to be back off to another Hollywood set, which is Demolition Man, that he's going to be filming. So I forget how much he misses or how long he's gone. I don't remember, but I know he's misses some time here. Not that he's gone completely, but he will miss some time here and there from what I remember. Anyway, they also talk about a surprise from Maxx Payne. More on that later.
Oh, yeah.
Doc, any thoughts before we go to Ron Simmons versus Sam Cody? Because I'm going to need y'all to describe Sam Cody to the
Dude, my note is
there.
He's a hillbilly.
Gee. That's nice. Just a hillbilly?
God damn. Wow.
That's a mountain man.
Oh, yeah. You think he's a moonshiner?
Well, he did face Kamala in 1987 on the WWF Wrestling Challenge. And Cody got stretchered out in that match. And apparently he teamed with Ned Brady to face the Southern Boys on Worldwide in 1990 and lost to Sting in 91 on Saturday Night.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen him before. It's just been a while.
He has his own Wikipedia page. That's how I found all this great stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to believe everything you see on the internet.
I believe every single thing anyone's ever said to me.
Including TikToks where Kanye's a clone.
I forgot to ask her about that the other night.
I forgot too. She would have got shoot hot too, boy. She would have got mad.
And she looked shoot hot when I walked up, like she was half expecting me to do something, and I was like, "What are you talking about? We're just."
Let me tell you why she was mad. That walk pissed her off. She was so pissed because that walk was so far.
Well, it was far because her people were having an event.
Yeah. So, you get spoiled when you're at the home stadium. Most of the stadiums you go to is like 2 blocks max. So like whether we're at the home stadium or any other visitor stadium, you park in a parking lot. Even if there's a couple thousand people there, you ain't walking far, man. I mean, it's not like, there's 40,000 people at a high school game. So you're going to, you get a decent spot. You just walk right up. Man, not that place. So she was, for a shoot, just pissed off at that walk. Anyway, But yeah, I should have remembered that. Anyway, back to Simmons and Sam Cody here. That was the finish right there.
Oh.
Doc.
What is 12-17?
Well, 12-17 is after the match.
Yeah. Oh, wait. It is after the match, but it's something else.
You must have the audio when Jesse said something about Sam Cody's beard, saying, imagine if he ate soup in that. Can you imagine what you'd find in that beard?
Maybe.
That might have been it. Yeah, it was very quick.
Let's see what 12-17 says. Something says something somewhere. We need to find out what it says. Oh, yeah, that's it. What does that say?
Yeah.
Later, Max plays his axe.
How did they spell axe?
It's got two X's.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? All right.
Right.
There's no, okay. I mean, whatever, bro. I mean, it's.
When you say
I guess
that
they're trying to spell it like the Max.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They're trying to
I guess, but shouldn't it be AXE?
No. Come on.
For guitar?
Well, look at him go. Every rose has a storm.
Why are you
Wait till we
trying to
get to
make
it.
sense of that?
I can't wait till we actually get to the part.
Steve Regal versus Mike Moon. I know this guy, not Regal, Mike Moon.
Okay, tell us more.
He's a big bastard.
He's got a decent build. That's what I was going to say. He doesn't look bad at all here.
Yeah. Mike Moon was a big bastard. He probably was about 6'4", maybe 6'5" or so. He worked the Gulf Coast in the 90s. He went by the name Orion. That's why if you see that on his tights on the right side, it said, or in left, you'll see Orion written down. That was like his indie name. Anyway, I mean, the crowd obviously doesn't know who he is. Regal's out there just wrestling this cold match against this enhancement talent, but he was a legitimate big bastard. He did jobs on Saturday Night and was a pretty cool dude, man. Really laid back. Probably last time I saw him was in like 98, 99 or so, but he did plenty of indie shows back then.
Did you do the job for him?
No, I never worked him. He was a heel. I was a heel, so we never worked each other.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I think one of the first shows I was on, he worked Robert Gibson in a singles match in the main event.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Yeah,
I can
Gibson
tell
was-
you, if you like hearing Mike's stories about that, you need to become a patron because Mike and I have been going through a lot of stories in the Ask Menace Anything. It's been a hit.
tinyurl.com/Patreon BTT as of this air, and I think part 3 and 4 have dropped. We still got to record or drop a part 5, I believe. So we have done plenty at this point. It's been a lot of fun. Lots of
Nobody
fun.
likes talking about himself more than the Menace.
That's
Except for Ask Doc when he does the exact same shit. So there's that. Anyway, Doc, any thoughts on this match? This crowd is way too quiet. Obviously, they don't know who Mike Moon is, and Regal's a babyface.
They don't know
Right.
who Regal is either.
Right.
Well, and Regal's not a babyface, man. I'm sorry. I just don't see him that way. Like, he's a much better heel. Especially when he's working with Fit Finlay, when they're both heels beating the dog shit out of each other. God, I can't wait to get to that pay-per-view. Anyway, thoughts, Doc, if you got anything else.
No, this is a decent little match. I enjoyed it. It was good.
So for the finish, we get a double arm underhook suplex of sorts. 1, 2, 3. Regal wins, pins Mike Moon, and that was that. From there, Doc, we go to Michael Hayes talking to the British Bulldog on the streets of the UK.
I got a question.
for you. Okay. You want to ask before I hit play on the promo?
Yeah, what is in Davey Boy's fanny pack?
Pills.
Oh, God. Kayfabe, brother.
Okay.
Austin used to say something on his show years ago that was so true. You hear guys come in with their fanny pack and they take that sucker off and throw it to the side, and you'd hear the pills just rattling around in those plastic containers. It's so true. I mean, it may have just been aspirin, but then again, it may not have been.
I doubt seriously it was aspirin.
Right. Do you know what I'm talking about, though, Harper?
Yes,
When the
and
fan-
he said some guys could tell exactly how many pills were in there just by hearing that.
Right. You could tell if it was a packed bottle or not. He's not lying.
Yeah, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know. All right, let's go to Hayes and Davey Boy on the streets of the UK.
Next to me, undoubtedly the most famous wrestler and most successful to ever come from London, Davey Boy Smith. How do you feel being back home?
Well, you know, I feel fantastic. I feel great. I feel pumped up. The British Bulldog is back on his home turf. I'm excited. And all you fans better be excited. Me and Michael here are walking around looking for the big Van Vader, who's probably hiding over there behind some pigeons.
We're picking the British Bulldog to win the world belt in WCW.
Fuck.
Yeah. He had a Redskins jacket on.
He sure did.
A what jacket?
Commanders.
The Redskins. Throw me in jail. I don't care.
I knew he was going to do that.
I said it.
All right, Doc.
Nothing.
That was weird, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. I guess it's. I think they got a game over that next week.
Yes.
Is there one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, we've litigated that on this show a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Uncle Raj and his infatuation with putting a team over there.
Let me get up and get some coffee before you have me for the rest of the day.
Right. Right. Man. All right. Well, that was that quick promo from Hayes on the. Bulldog on the streets of the UK talking to Michael Hayes. From there, we go to Maxx Payne playing his guitar. Doc, I'm gonna hit play. I'm not gonna play this whole thing.
Thank you.
I want to hit play to let Harper get a piece of this so he can
a feel
lose his
for
shit.
the flavor.
Yeah, a feel for the crap we had to listen to when we were reviewing this or when we were taking notes for it. So, Doc, when you've had enough, just say uncle. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
WCW Saturday Night, Jesse Ventura, as you know, Maxx Payne said, I got a surprise. The surprise has to do, of course, with Norma Jean. Let's take a look at this special look at Maxx Payne and Norma Jean.
Can we get some volume?
Hey.
You can't hear that?
No.
Y'all can't hear. Wonder why
We can hear
can't
Tony.
Yeah.
You can't hear the music playing?
No.
No.
Let me see.
Is this a rib?
That's so weird that's not coming through because I can hear it just fine on mine.
Can't hear a damn thing.
I don't hear anything, Michael.
Nothing.
I don't know why it's not coming through. I kid you not. It's
probably
playing on mine.
copyrighted.
Yeah, imagine what it sounds like, Harper. Sing it to us.
Well, I'm Maxx Payne.
Yours is better.
And I'm inhumane to my enemies. Maxx Payne wins all I can. And I'm that's in the brain against Maxx Payne. Maxx Payne.
It's coming through on like the video. I'm looking at the audio levels. It's coming through. I don't know why it's not coming through to y'all.
Look at that wind in his hair.
Jesus Christ.
It's terrible, Harper.
It's almost better that he can't hear it.
Right. It's so bad. It's just, Doc, can you imitate it?
It sounds like, it's just slow chords that are so processed and sound like almost a synthesizer.
Oh, so there's no lyrics?
No.
It's just him doing a guitar solo.
Yeah.
It looks like the Japanese female wrestler from the 90s.
With a beard?
No, the
Bull
one
Nakano with the beard?
With the hair up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish this. I'm going to have to send him to where this is on the Google Drive so he can hear this shit after the
look
fact.
at this shit. He looks like he said. I remember, like in a mall, he used to have the fucking hurricane wind tunnel things.
Yes.
And the kids would put like $1 in it. You just stand there like an asshole.
Yes.
That's what he looks like he's in.
Well,
look, mommy.
So how is this the big surprise for the Federation?
Oh boy, I mean, this is.
So you went off into a soundstage and recorded something. Why do I feel like my title is in jeopardy? Get out of here.
Yeah, just mess with something. Let me see if you can hear this now.
Yes.
I heard something for a second.
Right. And then I heard that.
Are you working on it?
Yeah, this is weird.
Maybe we can hear it.
No, we're not that smart.
That's so weird. It's coming through on mine just fine. I don't know why it's not coming through on y'all.
I don't know, man.
Maxx
We'll never know.
Payne.
We'll just never know.
He gets drunk off of champagne. Maxx Payne.
Anyway, it's very, very terrible. It's not good at all. It
Very,
sucks.
very terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
Right. He probably sounds like every white 16-year-old kid in their bedroom in 1992.
Yes. Yes.
Trying to do the playing Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put a 5,000 fucking time. Playing. We used to play that all the time. That was the easiest thing. Unforgiven by Metallica was. I mean, my dog could play that on fucking guitar.
Really? That's a cool dog.
You know, like the very beginning, it was just ding ding. You remember that was it was so simple, and Into the Sandman. I mean, we all knew how to play that.
Yeah, you had to.
Right.
Well,
Mike, do you know how to play that?
No.
I did. I had a guitar when I was in high school. Yeah.
You mean an axe?
Yeah, I had an axe. It was AXX.
What's wrong with y'all?
It was a Shane Targa, which was, I guess that's a cheap brand.
Okay. Where is it now?
Oh, God. I don't know.
The wrong answer. Randy stole it.
Randy fucking stole it.
Randy's got it.
Motherfucker.
Randy got it. Oh, Randy.
Randy's at his house playing Maxx Payne licks right now.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I hope y'all can hear this next promo because it is Flair. It is Flair and Arn. I don't know why y'all couldn't hear Maxx Payne.
We could hear Tony. We heard the last promo.
I know. So let me see if y'all can hear this.
If there is any question, as you can see the fans here.
Can y'all hear Tony?
You know what I noticed during the
Okay, I guess I didn't ask if y'all can hear Tony.
No, we can hear Tony, but the one thing I did notice with the Scorpio and what you call it, Bagwell, that's all you hear. You hear no crowd.
Okay.
Right? And I'm hearing that right now because I'm sure they got a crowd, right, in the background.
Yeah, so you don't. That's weird.
No. Yeah, I hear no crowd. I just hear Tony. There's no other. Like, I just hear them speaking. There's no like a crowd screaming or anything.
I wonder if it's not picking up the background noise, and it took Maxx Payne's sound as backup noise. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of. That's fucking weird though, man. All right.
No.
Let's go to this. Let's see if y'all can hear it. Here it is. This is Tony Schiavone. He's interviewing Flair and Arn.
The four fingers are back everywhere, giving the sign. Arn Anderson, I know it's not going to be too long before you're back in the ring. And Nature Boy Ric Flair, I tell you what, at a fever pitch here.
At a fever pitch, look at them, they're standing. They're begging for it. They want it. It's the Enforcer. It's the Nature Boy. It's Saturday night. It's WCW. Woo! And we're live. Everybody wanting to know when are Rick and I going to tag up? Where's Rick and Russell Barry Windham? Where's Rick and Russell Vader? Well, you know what? It's going to happen when I'm good and ready right now. We talking WCW. We're talking about the greatest wrestling promotion in the world. And we're talking about next week. Double A himself walks the aisle again. Woo!
Got it, Arn. Tony Schiavone, a lot of people have been sitting around waiting on the other shooter drop. Next week, the first victim is lined up. Keep in mind, I'm not wearing a white hat these days. I'm going to be just as rough as I ever was. And I'm starting out next week kicking some booty.
Arn Anderson and the Nature Boy Ric Flair as we go back to the ring.
All right, so you got something wrong because it did cut out a little bit, and we heard no crowd.
But could y'all hear Arn and Rick?
Right.
Yeah, but it's weird without the crowd.
Hear. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. I'll have to mess around with it when we're done.
God
That
damn
makes
it,
sense.
Mike.
It is
Hey, he
weird
ain't
though.
wearing
that
no
you
white
can't hear the
hat.
crowd.
He ain't wearing no white hat out there.
What?
He said he ain't wearing the white hat when he comes out to wrestle. He's going to be tough.
Well, we'll finally get to see Arn again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right. So, I don't know. It was not long, but pretty noteworthy because Arn's going to kick some ass next week. We go to Steve Austin and Brian Pillman versus Mike Winter and Tommy Angel. Old Tommy Angel.
I remember him.
Doc,
We had Mike Winter last week, and he was a dollar store Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
he still
So
got
now
that
we're
same
the Hollywood.
gimmick on.
So now we're the Hollywood Blondes officially, straight out of Cincinnati and South Texas.
Yeah, you can't tell. I mean, look at them.
I can tell.
Don't they look great?
Yeah, they get the nice tan.
Yeah, they look straight out of Hollywood. But
Can
no,
you
you're
turn
right,
it to-
Doc. It's the
Can you
official
put it on?
Blondes. Hollywood Blondes name is given to them. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
Audio at 2407.
It's not going to pick it up. Y'all are complaining.
I
Y'all
need
tell me y'all
Jesse.
can't hear.
I need Jesse.
Okay. I'm going to repeat. What does he
So what
say?
do you
Because if it doesn't come through, then you're going to start fussing. Do you remember what he says?
Something about coming out of a closet.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to hit play. If you can't hear it, you're going to just let me know.
Since he decided to bend the rules occasionally, since he decided to come out of the closet, if you will, and take his abilities to the top form.
Well, I remember a very successful Flying Brian before he came out of the closet.
He was successful, but he has never achieved the success he's had now. I mean,
Could you hear it?
Yeah. He said that Brian Pillman came out of the closet.
Yeah, I don't get that comment. Like, it made no sense.
Because
What are
that
you
meant
talking about?
what it meant then. It meant then what it means now.
He said he's gay, but
No,
why?
that's not what he was saying though.
Right. He was talking about it being a baby face and a heel.
Right. It had nothing to do with what that would mean in the last 20 years when you heard somebody say that. I didn't start hearing that until like the late 90s.
Coming out the closet? Nah, dude, they've been saying that forever.
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't commit it to memory then because I don't remember that when I was in high school. Like people going, "Oh, he's in the closet."
Dude, that's an old saying, bro.
Yes.
Like way
Okay.
before our time.
You would know, Mr. Boomer.
I will.
But that's not what he was saying. I could see how that'd be misleading. Like, wait, Pillman was coming out of the closet? What?
Right.
Okay.
I was confused.
They gave this match a long time.
Yeah,
They
the guy
gave
got a pick.
Angel and Winter some offense here.
Right.
Yeah.
They told him to go long.
Yes, it went on for a while. They got another 5 minutes from where we're at right now. It's how long it went. It probably went a good 8 minutes of TV time. I ain't complaining. I'm just saying these are the Hollywood Blondes, and Tommy Angel and Mike Winter are going a long time. So,
Bro, what
anyway,
the
Doc,
fuck is this? Look at this.
I don't know. You got to tell us what you're seeing.
The jobbers are getting some stuff in.
They got a lot in.
Yeah.
Well, we finally get all four guys in a ring. Pillman dumps Winter out the ring. Austin side slams Angel. Austin and Pillman go to the top rope and hit a double top rope splash. That was the finish. 1, 2, 3. Any other thoughts,
You
Doc?
didn't think they were going to win, did you?
They let it go a long time, though. I mean, it was like 8 minutes. It was just weird.
Boy, Winter looks like a walking trapper keeper, bro.
Well,
with that design of his,
No, he's
of
right.
his gear.
He's right. He looks like a trapper keeper. We were talking about him last week because the print kind of reminds you of something maybe the Steiners would wear, but then you look at it, he looks like a walking trapper keeper. It's true. All right. Well, Doc, any other thoughts before we keep going?
No, new champs, though.
So now we go to Van Hammer versus TJ Maverick. Van Hammer's got a vest on with multiple Harley Davidson freaking patches on it. Jesse is a prophet here. He says there's a little bit of air between Hammer's
stop.
ears.
I wanted that. Go back and push pause.
The girls.
Harper, what do we think?
I think y'all need to grow up.
Oh yeah, for that was that look back then. That kind of that Reba McEntire like country is here, Garth era.
Are those two girls there to meet wrestlers?
Yes.
Are they old enough? Are they old enough to legally meet wrestlers?
Let's just say yes to be safe.
I think they are.
Yeah,
I didn't think it's particularly close. I thought those girls are in their 20s.
I think so too.
19.
Boy, those girls probably love a guy in a pickup truck.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Girl, he's got a Silverado. It's got power windows. What?
Extended cab.
It makes it easier to throw my cigarettes out when I'm done.
Jesus Christ. Man.
And the condom I make him wear.
Oh.
Every time I think about old cars, and we had this discussion a while back, I think about not only the ashtray in the center console, well, not even a center console, but in the middle of the dash, because there was no center console. I think about the ashtrays on the doors and the ashtrays on the back of the back seats.
Bro, who would be in the back seat smoking just using that fucking ashtray?
Back then? People?
Yeah. Fuck.
You didn't even ask back then if you could light up.
No, you just fucking lit up.
You just started banging the pack of cigarettes on the thing. And pulled one of them puppies out and lit it up. 100%. I'll never forget. I used to see dudes do that, and I wasn't a smoker. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'm packing it. You pack
your tobacco, bro.
Yeah. I didn't know. I was like, something you learn when you're not a smoker when you're in high school. You're like, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah. You start packing into the back seat. Bro, what are you doing back there? Packing my cigarettes. Okay. All right. Well, we continue. Those were the days. Doc, I need both of y'all to explain something to me. Why are we still doing a hair metal gimmick as we approach April of 1993?
We got two of them going because Maxx Payne's doing one too.
Yeah.
Why? I'm so lost.
I had on Maxx Payne's that this is generic hair metal from 1993. So we're doing it everywhere.
All right. Fair enough. I got nothing from this, Doc. This guy bores me. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No, wasn't. Hammer Rock suplex for the win, and my last note was meh. I have nothing. From there, what do you want me to say? I mean, it's like terrible.
That guy's star.
Harper, you're wrong about this one. He was right.
Okay.
Thank you. From there, we go to Rick Rude versus a gentleman by the name of Mitch Bell. Rude doesn't play with this dude. He just whoops him and hits him with the Rude Awakening in probably like 90 seconds, maybe a little bit less. Rude looks focused. He looks pissed. He's angry about this whole U.S. title situation, rightfully so. He never lost the belt. It was taken from him by the suits. And I got nothing else from it because it ends so quickly, Doc. What were your thoughts?
Man, it was good and fast and what it ought to be.
Yeah, he doesn't even take his robe off at first. He just attacks the dude. Boom, boom, boom. One.
He did that last week, so
he's
on a mission.
Which he should be. Hey, you think he was happy to see Watts go?
Yes.
Probably.
I think everybody was.
Well,
yeah.
I specifically say that with Rick Rude because to me, Rick Rude looks like the type of guy who would butt heads with Watts.
Oh yeah.
I think Rick Rude might have butt heads with a lot of guys though.
Yeah.
Well,
I think he didn't take authority well. Just he seems like a guy like that.
I agree. That's the point I'm making, especially the way he was. He definitely didn't like Watts' totalitarianism.
Right.
Right.
All right. Well, from there, we're going to go to a Rick Rude promo after his match. Here that is.
We'll try.
It was yet another dominating win for the man who's the former U.S. heavyweight champion, ravishing Rick Rude.
Never before in the history of mankind has an entire wrestling association been under siege. WCW officials have made the fatal mistake of breaking the seal on Pandora's box. Big Van Vader, Nature Boy Ric Flair, Barry Windham, Sting, Katsuki Sasaki, and yes, Dustin Rhodes. No one will escape the wrath of ravishing Rick Rude. I will devour any man who steps in my path and prove once and for all that I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To all the others, rest in peace.
Back with more after this.
Who's this guy think he is, Calloway?
Yeah, come on.
What's up with that? Talking about rest in peace.
Talk about
you
rest
know,
in
bro.
peace. You might as well said Archimania's running wild.
What the fuck's wrong with this guy? Come on, bro. I mean, what the fuck, Harper? You go to high school with him? Rest in peace. Doc, any thoughts on the promo?
That was good.
Damn good.
He's the Alpha and the Omega.
Yeah, that's all of it.
That means he's the beginning and the end.
Very good,
right?
Harper. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good.
Omega's the end?
Yes.
That's what I always thought.
The end of what?
The alphabet. In Greek.
All right.
Oh, that's supposed to be Greek? So what, there's no Z?
There is. It's Zeta.
Right, so then that's the end.
Right.
Bro, you're a good Catholic white boy from Metairie. How do you not know this?
Well, Zeta. I like the warrior princess.
If you're out there listening to this, I want you to DM Luke Hawks so he can tell Hardbody Harper what Alpha and Omega means.
Oh, like Omega Supreme.
Yes.
Okay. Like for the Transformers.
You got it.
Okay.
From there, we go to the British Bulldog and Vinny Vegas. This match is from the GMEX Center in Manchester, England, where they had a sellout of 8,000 people. They did 3 shows over there during this time period. March 11th, they were in Wembley Arena, not stadium, arena. 11,500 sellout. March 12th, They were in Birmingham, England, 10,500 people. And then they were in Manchester, England at this place, the GMEX Center, 8,000 sellout. So 3 back-to-back nights, they had some crazy crowds. On March 11th, when they were in London at the Wembley Arena, it states in the records that at that time, that was the largest WCW gate to that point.
Fuck, I would just stay there then.
Can't do that.
They did
then when attendance starts dropping, you fucking leave and go back, and then you go back.
Oh, okay.
You fucking leave and come back.
They did a TNA. This was like a TNA thing. Remember, Doc, when we used to watch TNA years ago? Like TNA would be at the Impact Zone, and I mean, it was a studio audience for all intents and purposes. And then they'd go over to the UK, and they'd have 15,000, 10,000 people in these arenas, like, to come see him. It was actually pretty damn awesome back then. TNA did some good shit in 2015, if you weren't watching it. Anyway, so they were very successful during the nights when they were over in England. And in this match, Bulldog works Vinny Vegas, Bischoff and Larry Zbyszko on commentary. You can really see how tall Nash is when they stand chest to chest. I mean, he's just a big bastard. The crowd was loud for this. It's a soccer type crowd. There's horns every now and then, like you're watching a soccer match. Doc, what are your thoughts on this?
Bischoff isn't good on play-by-play.
Well, can we focus on the positives? Because there were some.
43-43.
Okay. Are we listening to audio or what are we doing?
No. I just want to see the move.
Okay. We're at 43-38.
Oh, yeah. It looks like that doesn't look good right there.
Come on. Grow up.
What's wrong with you, dude? Why? Oh, Jesus, that doesn't look good.
Hey, right here, really, huh? What the fuck?
Yeah.
The problem is Bulldog's bobbing his head up and down.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't sell it. You can't sell it like that. Look at Bulldog. I mean, look.
That's that freak off shit, bro.
Okay. Let's continue, Doc. Any other thoughts?
How edited was this?
Yeah, I don't know. Because they don't go very long.
Diesel went to the sleeper 3 minutes in.
Yeah. I think you might be on to something because it really is only like 8 minutes long or so. And it does make you wonder how much they clip from it, if anything. I mean, it wasn't bad. I thought it was actually good. I mean, it showcased Bulldog fighting back. He's wrestling a bigger guy. I wonder if Vinny Vegas, I kept calling him Diesel there. I wonder if this was like the biggest crowd he had worked in front of.
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah. At this point, yeah, probably.
Have to be.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know he worked those pay-per-views, but those were in buildings like that whole 7, 8, 9,000 people.
Well, I mean, so in the March 11th date, that was the one where they were in Wembley Arena in front of 11,500. So I'm like, this night, it was 8,000. I'm just figuring, man, they might have, 11,500 had to be one of the biggest he had worked in front of, if not the biggest at that point. Doc, the history of WWE.com says this match went 7:58. It doesn't say anything about it being edited. That does seem kind of short for this, though.
Yeah.
But, the world will never know. Well, maybe somebody was there listening to this and they can tell us. What other thoughts you had, Doc?
I mean,
a crowd can make a match because the crowd is into it.
Yeah, we can't hear that though.
We're not thanks, Mike.
Yeah, way to go.
I have the audio turned down, assholes.
We'll turn it up then. We'll see what happens.
No,
nothing.
Exactly.
He can't do anything right.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
To negotiate an escape here, Davey Boy has a chance. Otherwise, it looks like this one could be over shortly because Davey Boy, you can see.
Dude, Bischoff is terrible on commentary.
Yes. Told you.
What were you about to say, Doc?
Is he by himself?
No, Zbyszko's with him. But you're not going to get, this is still mid-card versus main event. So This is a predictable finish.
Well, yeah, and then they're in the UK, so what do you expect,
Right.
Anyway, Vegas, big boot to Bulldog. Vegas whips Bulldog into the corner, but Bulldog moves. And Davey Boy then slams Vegas, and Davey Boy wins by pin. I don't know. I thought this was fine. Assuming it's not edited, I thought it went the right length, because do you really want Davey Boy, going 20 minutes with Nash at this point? Go to high school with him?
No, it's fine.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought just from that perspective, it was fine. All right, Doc. From there, we go to a Dustin Rhodes promo. I wasn't going to play it. It's meat and potatoes, but did you have anything from it?
He doesn't say anything, so I didn't have anything.
All he says is, Mr. Warndorf. No, he didn't say Warndorf. He says Orndorff. You will always be Paula to me. And I'm thinking, boy, they are milking this Paula thing left and right.
Why not? It still works. The crowd still gets off on it.
Gets off on it?
Hey.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
They come out of the closet for it.
Yeah.
What are you, 12?
Yes.
Bob, it's just kid stuff.
It's relief.
Oh, never gets old. All right, well, we go to the main event on this week's show. Hey, what?
It's Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you recognize who that was? Robbie V. Paul Orndorff is taking on
What's wrong with his face?
What you mean?
Like his cheeks.
Yeah, they're all red.
Yeah,
he's
just really young here.
He's got like rosy cheeks. It's really he looks really funny at times.
Maybe he was just really high.
Could have been. As Mr. Warndorff comes out to the net for this match, the crowd is just chanting Paula loudly. I mean, they won't stop. It's just ridiculous. Robbie V, we've seen him sporadically here and there. Anyway, Doc, any thoughts on this is the main event for this week?
It's so easy, the Paula thing.
Yeah.
You get the crowd going, you get heat from the beginning, and you've never done a thing.
Nothing.
You don't have to lock up. You don't have to do shit.
It's very, it's like this is the type of shit that happens on the indies.
Right.
Where you just get a chant going and the dude just doesn't do anything in the match. He just milks the chant.
Who was it that we saw in Oklahoma before I got banned? And it was like they worked a 25-minute match and probably had like 90 seconds of actual work. Was it Lawler or was it James Storm?
I think it was Lawler. Because, Lawler was working. I forget who Lawler was working with. It was a tag match and they were heels. And I don't even remember the chant, but he didn't do anything. And I mean, you could do that when you're over.
They were all fired up.
Yeah. Didn't do a damn thing. And then you got booted out and told to never come back because you were making fun of the saps in the crowd.
That's nice.
Well, that's what you get. That's what you get for building your town downwind from the nuclear factory.
He's walking out and he says, I got to wash the stupid off of me. I got a little bit of audio. Hopefully it comes through with Jesse. He's questioning Dustin and how Dustin got the belt. And here that is.
Being the veteran that he is, I just do my best and use the advantage of that I'm a second-generation wrestler. Maybe a little quicker and a little faster. And he does have a tremendous strength advantage, Joe, but I'm the United States heavyweight champion. He steps in the ring with me, he's got to beat me.
Well, that's exactly right. That's one of the advantages of being a champion. You've got to beat the champion, Jess.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to be devil's advocate then, Dustin Rhodes. When did you beat the champion? The champion was Ravishing Rick Root, and the suit stole it from him.
Well, it was. That's exactly right. That's past. Not anymore. I'm the champ.
Man, Jesse just dressed Dustin down.
Man, he won the tournament. Leave him alone.
No, he like the suit stole it from him. And Dustin's laughing because he doesn't have a good comeback. Look at his face. He's just like, damn, he got me right there. I don't have a good one to come back.
Yeah,
from
you're
it.
right. He should have said something like, "Yeah, you're right, Jesse. I felt about as bad as when Hogan sold you out to McMahon."
I mean, something. Look at Dustin right there. He's laughing because he's like, I don't have a comeback. He just dressed him down. Jesse, that was great. Anyway. All right, Doc. Work towards a finish here. What you got, if anything?
I don't know. I basically I had to read that there. The whole idea that you got to beat the champ, blah blah blah, but we're down on Dustin. Dustin was a bystander in this product, so it's kind of I don't mind Rude saying I never lost the belt, but Jesse's going on too much about it, in my opinion.
Jesse's a heel. What do you expect him to do?
I guess
That's his job.
When is the next match?
I don't remember. And it's Tony's job and Dustin's job to throw Jesse off the scent.
They didn't want to.
Right. They didn't. Look, to be fair, Tony and Dustin didn't do a good job because you said what Dustin should have said. Dustin should have said, what are you talking about, man? I had nothing to do with them holding up the belt. I won the tournament fair and square.
Yeah.
That's all he had to say. But he laughed.
What do you want me to do about it?
Right. What do you want me to do about it? But he didn't do that. He kind of chuckled because he was like, "Oh shit, he got me here." He wasn't as quick as Doc on his feet with the response. Does that make you feel better, superstar?
Why don't you stop busting on my chops and go in the back and try to form us a union? That's what he should have said.
Yeah, a podcast union. Mike, start that shit.
That's
what we need.
That's as good of a chance as happening as the WWF had with Hogan in the locker room of starting a union in whatever year that was.
We're starting a BTT union.
That's great. Let's start it. We're going to demand 100% pay raise. Oh, my bad.
We're going to strike against you.
You're going to seize the means of production, right?
That's right. Stock up on your toilet paper now.
All right.
Be a virtual picket line.
Orndorff with a pile driver, and he beats Robbie V. Dustin leaves the commentary booth, and he is egging the crowd on to chant Paula. But we are out of time, so we're not going to get anything else in this episode. That is it. The main event is over, and we need to rate it and hand out the Toot Toot or the Rolex Award. Before we do it, remember, the only way to listen to all of our Patreon content is by going to tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Over 400 exclusive Patreon shows are available at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. All right, Doc, let's rate it first. What are you going to give this one? It was short.
This was a weird episode.
Tell me more.
It was short. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. B. I'll give it a B.
I'm with you. I'm going to give it a B as well. Harper, what about you?
I give it a B-. I mean, it was an hour long, but the matches were kind of poo.
Kind of poo. That is a definite technical term in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Harper.
All right. Rolex Award, Doc. Who are you giving it to?
Man, I'm going, because we all got to learn a foreign language tonight, I'm going with Rick Rude.
Yeah, I'm giving mine to Rick Rude as well. He's pissed.
I would have loved to hear the crowd reaction to that, but thanks to you, we didn't. But that's okay.
Mike.
I don't know what you're
Ruined
talking
the
about.
show.
Harper?
I guess to Rude. I give it to Rude because he's the alpha and the omega.
What about to Van Hammer's motorcycle? What about to Maxx Payne's axe?
All right, I got a question. Before we wrap up, we were doing the pre-show. Harper was about to cut a promo on something. While we got a couple of minutes.
What
was he about to cut a promo on, Doc?
I don't remember.
That was an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
Nachos, cheese, what was it?
I don't remember.
He was about to get worked up about something. Damn,
Flag football?
No.
The baseball logos on the helmet, the advertising.
No.
That did work him up, though. He was mad. Okay.
Yeah, Brian, in these playoff games during a day like this?
Oh,
That's bullshit.
We have litigated that so many times over the years between Doc and I. I think we've talked about it on this show.
It used to get me upset, but now that I'm at home, I had it on today in the background, so I like that.
Nah, that's bull crap.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
It is completely ridiculous that you're going to kick off your playoff season on a time when the demo can't see it.
Right.
And we got to look at advertisement on the construction helmets.
Right.
That too.
I didn't even know what company that is.
I don't know what company you're talking about. I didn't see it.
I don't know who the fuck it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anything else before we get out of here, fellas?
Man, I think everybody's gotten everything they're going to get out of this tonight.
Yeah, I think so. All right, Harper. Well, why don't you hit the tagline? Let's roll.
Book it, biatch.
Harper is crime broke because AI Bill Watts fined him a couple of months ago. And we keep hearing that you all want Harper to answer questions on the main show. Harper is ready to take your questions. If you want your question or questions answered, first send Harper $5 per question to his PayPal at cc30388cc@yahoo.com. After you send Harper $5, email your question or questions to Chris Harper 16wildcat@gmail.com. That's Wildcat with a K. And also email BookingTheTerritory@gmail.com your question. Make sure you state in your email what your name is and what your PayPal address is that you sent the money from. Remember, one question per $5. Kids, get your parents' permission before sending your money and emailing your questions. Lastly, if you missed the PayPal or email addresses, check the show notes and description for the details. And remember, be blessed and be a blessing.
This is AI Eric Bischoff. No, I am not the real Bischoff, so don't work yourself into a shoot like these useful idiots in the wrestling media field. With that said, congratulations on making it to the end of this week's show. Don't forget to send your comments about what the guys discussed tonight to Luke Hawks on Facebook and on Twitter or X or whatever the piss they call it now. The rumor is Luke likes answering BTT fan mail. Also, do the guys a solid by liking the show's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages. And don't forget to like and retweet or repost the show on all social media platforms. Lastly, become a BTT patron member where you get tons of extra shows. You can join at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Until next week, piss off.
So it was a Skype update that was causing that problem. All right. It was a Skype thing that Harper couldn't hear Maxx Payne earlier. So now I'm going to play this and Harper's going to comment on the Maxx Payne music. So here that is. I'm not going to play the whole thing, Harper.
Saturday night, Jesse Ventura, as you know, Maxx Payne said, I got a surprise. The surprise has to do, of course, with Norma Jean. Let's take a look at this special look at Maxx Payne and Norma Jean.
All right, your thoughts on whatever the shit that was at the beginning right there.
That sounds like the kid at the music store.
Jamming out?
Yeah, it's like when you would go to like any music store and there was always some kid like the old like Beavis and Butthead. Nah. There was always some kid who thought he was a guitar hero.
Right.
Playing shit like that.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's bad, though.
Yeah.
And then he's
real.
got the wind blowing in his hair and shit. Oh, man.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, just some generic fucking track.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, just fucking bullshit.
Oh, boy.